Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. This is Sunday, the 18th of November, and coming to you live from my Facebook to have a conversation for all those people who are taking it upon themselves to reach out to Philip Edward Alexander personally and the Progressive Empowerment Party as a party to demand help when the wolf reaches their door. And I want to say it's understandable. We've grown up as a people lazy, irresponsible, don't take our responsibilities to our democracy seriously. So we would expect that somebody will always be there. I'm going to do this over on the P-Mobile. I'm sorry about that because I don't know why. Okay, let's see if the feed going out. Let's see if people are going to get any kind of notification that we hear. It's funny though. All of this is funny. NP for sale, National Gas Company for sale, TSTT workers about to get fired, WASA, TNTech, and people still walking around like they're playing blind man bluff. They're still walking around playing like somebody else gonna fix it. A woman named, let me get her name, Wendy Rajak, that's her name, on my little, we have a little joke post on Facebook, a little moment of brevity. We're talking about bachelor life. Talking about bachelor life and the fact that you don't have to wash your dishes. 17 people. This is either nobody is getting the notifications anymore, or it just doesn't matter anymore. I watch the greatest chef in the Caribbean get run over and dead. And but for some cyclists, because Arrive Alive job is like, you know, they have some eco warriors. I don't want to use eco warriors in case that is a name. They have some ecological activists who every time something happens in ecology, they're like, what do you call those animals? That in the prairies in Africa, meerkats, like this. Once it have something to do with them, and then they go back down in the hole. Nothing else, nothing else. So Arrive Alive, somebody get run over. It's a story. We can get some headlines. Let's headline ourselves. Let's jump out. Let's talk. Ride this. Because that's what they do. That's what you're doing. If you're not out there beating it every day, if you're not out there raising the issue every day, today, after that, I passed some riders, team riders, whoever their name is, with a van with the hazard lights on and about 20 cyclists on the highway in this shithole. No police outrider. No police outrider. In this country, we don't give a shit to do the right thing at all. Who dares wins, who vex loss. So team riders or team raiders or whatever the pink and black crew is, I'm talking to y'all. Because if y'all get run over, because this is a shitty country to ride, this is a shitty country to drive in. So if you get run over today, because you have no police escort, I want to tell you, know where you are. I remember a couple years ago, and I stopped talking about things like this after that. A couple years ago, a woman went running in Chaguaramas by herself and got raped. And I got upset. And I got upset, and I said I was upset with her too for going Chaguaramas to run by yourself in the day in this wild place. And people attacked me for saying that. Like, you can't warn people anymore. It's like common sense. Political correctness has screwed common sense. So I can't tell you, don't go down that street. They have some bad dogs down that street because political correctness says I should be able to walk anywhere I want to walk and the dog shouldn't bite me. And that is true. But it's also true that dogs bite. So don't go where bad dogs are. You live in a country where the thing doesn't work. So what you are entitled to and what you putting yourself at risk for, two different things. Two different things. They have nothing worse than dying for the right of way. Hear me now. You know how much people get themselves in accidents because they're not stopping, because the law say they have the right of way, and dead for the right of way. Now, that's a special kind of stupid, because you're living in a country where if nobody told you this before, I am telling you now, the rules and the laws don't apply. They don't. The whole country knows now that kiss-making company is selling illegally, not just illegally, openly flouting the law. Because the regional corporations have responded publicly. The information is in public space. The media gets them as I get them, and they have them 3 months now. That kiss-making company is in direct contravention of the Municipal Corporations Act, that they have no legal right to vend on the nation's roads, pavements, highways, sidewalks, and in Chase Village, canals. But this is a country where we can rationalize and justify just about anything. Because people want to tell me, if you move Kiss, you move the doubles people. Well, if the doubles people are not paying a rent or operating lawfully, you have to treat with that. Because if you don't treat with that, you have no controls, you have no government. And if what, listen, hear me well, because only getting the chance to say it, you know. Watch me. I have this overdeveloped norm of reciprocity. I want to make sure that I say that I try. That book, Reboot the Republic, all of the rules, all of the ways to fix it, coming out, you know. It'll get published, I'll get sponsors, I don't want a profit. Buy it, don't buy it, read it, don't read it, your call. Fix the country, don't fix the country, up to you. Good choices, bad choices, up to you. But the country that we're living in now, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Nothing works. Worse, it is easier to fight for your right to be wrong. In Trinidad and Tobago, tomorrow morning I'm caught again fighting people who are fighting for their right to be wrong. That is Trinidad and Tobago, and my family telling me, boy, you are a jackass. You, Philip Edward Alexander, are the real jackass in this country. You are putting yourself at risk and at danger, victimization, for people who do not know that they're in trouble. Or worse, they don't know and they don't care to know that they're in trouble. Listen, this is a nation that is deliberately broken. Deliberately broken. The fact that they test you, they raise the price of gas 3 times and say, all you're right yet, and you didn't. And then they shut Petrotrin down, and you did nothing. So they're going to take the rest now. In the next 2 years, everything gone. And all you, cuss one another, fight one another, cuss where they ass, man. Come all over Facebook. Their mother, their father, but cuss their grandmother too. Vent your spleen, like you're getting something done. I hear today that another political party was formed. I am happy. I am happy for that. I want more. I want plenty more to be formed so I could stop this shit. I really don't want to be in this, you know. I keep telling you all that. I don't want to be in this, you know. I don't. But I want to be able to say that I tried. I want to be able to say, when people ask, where were you when the 1% and the Chinese used the PNM and the UNC to rip this country apart and plunder it? Where were you? I want to be able to say, I tried. A woman named Wendy Rajak, I tried to find the post. She come on my wall tonight and say, so what about South? South flooding too? And she gave me vex. Because this my little post about being a bachelor and not needing to wash wares. I won't give you my exact response to her. And my post, I had cuss her, but I delete the cuss. She said, this is my post about not having to wash wares because he's a bachelor. And she jumped up on that post. She had to see that is a kicks post, you know, brevity, laughing, humor. What about flooding in South? Everybody quiet, no help? I responded to her, you really thought that this was the post for that? Or that a tantrum would somehow help? What was his thought process to storm our moment of levity to talk about South and the flood? How about we flip that script? How about I ask, where are the people of South when we calling for people to stand up? You think my job is to react to the consequences of Trini bullshit? Or do you really expect that now that the government and opposition have proved useless, that someone else will come to spoon feed those who keep voting themselves into the shithole they find themselves in? South, vote for that. Tobago, vote for Tobago getting raped. Tobago, vote that in. And Tobago line up today on the warrior spirit and the galleon passage, right, winding the red ass. And they want it. Watch now. Only really play it. They send an axe that look like all you to cut all you down from the knees. And all you there, oh God, my auntie, my tanty, look, we card, we have this card, since Balize now start to grow in Trinidad. And all you cool, no problem. Don't call me. The last flood, the only reason we led the charge is because we realized nobody else was going to do it. So that when we started, all of them jumping, including the 1%. I watched the 1% found a little Syrian boy and sent them up and down the road. I love Syrian. Up and down the road, posting on Facebook. And the selfie queen, I watch her too, she and she husband, posting all over Facebook what they're doing. So I say, you know what? We have limited resources. So if that other people want to do this, stand back. Stand back. You all want to do it? Go. Amalgamated security. Go again. Courts. Where? It's not for us. We don't run the country. We are not in government or opposition. Our job is to ring the alarm bell and tell you, you're voting yourself into a shithole. You're voting yourself into destruction. This country is destroying itself. On top, the 1%, through its two cancers, the PNM and the UNC, are raping, plundering, and pillaging the nation. And at the bottom, the masses are either apathy. We don't vote, you know. We're not political. Like being not political is going to save you. No problem. When you see you in a Chinese restaurant, or you're in a bar, or you're down the corner, or a man crash into you and jump out the car with a chicken and say, not me, you know. I'm not political. I'm not political. Or if you're political, pull out your party card. Pull it out. Say, watch. I's a Balize. Don't kill me. And so when the people are South tonight suffering, and I am saying this is not a pep jersey. This is Philip Alexander. All you vote for that. When I went down Orapooch, all you have Munilal talking for all you. But I went down Orapooch and I see at the bottom of the Stone River, 10 feet below the road, a bamboo patch take root on solid concrete and grow 20 feet above the road. So that means 5 years. That means at least 5 years. Nothing passed through to clean that river. All you're voting for that. All you're lining up and voting for that. So when the shit hit the fan, when the consequences of the vote, when the shutdown of Petrotrin and NP and WASA and TNTEC and NGC and TSTT, when all that happened and all your only choice in the very near future, because the bank can't lend any money, you can't start up your Guava Jam business, Tanti teach you how to sew, so you want to be like the, what's that Chinese girl name, man? IMG. You want to be like her, you want to run Project Runway, that ain't for you. That ain't for you. All them thoughts, put them out your head. Get good at asking this question. Hear me? Say it well and do it with passion, because plenty people going to want the job, so you can get fired easy. would you like fries with that? Or, if you're not in KFC, and you're working as a baton twirler, practice your, hey, what are you doing there? Because you're going to need 5 passes from the Ministry of Education sponsored shithole education to go and twirl a baton and say, hey, what are you doing there? In a country where when they come to rob an supermarket, they kill the security guard. They say, hold up, stick up, put your hand in the air. We're going mad in this wild place. And your government, the people you vote for, are working assiduously to break down every rule, every regulation, every law that prevents high-class banditry taking place. Trinidad, I want you to understand, everything that was a profit is gone. So this is a fire sale. They are literally selling the assets. When that done, they have nothing left. Practice your Chinese. Learn to bow and learn to walk out of a room backwards. All you who have attitude. Attitude. Cool that shit, you know, is water cannon for all you. All you who is bad boy. All you who feel, let them try that shit with me now. They come in to try that shit with you. And they're going to win. They're going to win. Because you're a jackass. And the last chance that you had, this jackass, the last chance, God is my witness. I am watching to see what the courts allow themselves to be used for in this country. That's the last line in the sand. That's the last line in the sand. And all you who tomorrow, well, I am marching for Petrotrin because I work in TSTT. TSTT reach by you. When I am marching for TSTT, I work in Wassa. Don't worry, I can reach Wassa. When I know the thing, I'll just read it, I'll just share it on Facebook. I see, I didn't cuss for the Chinese, I didn't cuss for the Germans, I didn't cuss for the Jews, they come for me. It's like that. They have a plan for each and every one of all you. And everything that you think that you could say that you could do, all the bad you think you're bad, but they're going to fence all you. They're going to fence you. They're going to lock you out and lock you in. See them gates in Bayshore? Them gates in Bayshore. It's only because this jackass stand up and make noise that the 1% had to kind of back down. They sent a security guard to watch me the other day. And I had to ask him, do you have a problem? You try what I do now. Go and see. You try. This is the last line. What the 1% says, put that gate now. Put it. We have the authority. The government will rubber stamp what we say. That's where you live in. You've given 5,000 people the power to control your country, to control your destiny, to decide the level of education your children are entitled to, so they don't get uppity with themselves and speak out of place. We don't want you to know nothing about politics and history and future. Break that shit. Learn how to fit 3 pieces of chicken in a dinner box. That you walk. That is your walk. And learn your walk. And learn to not be uppity with your blasted self. Learn when your betters are wrong you. 500,000 all in town. But cool your friggin' self. When people who don't look like you're passing, and if you don't believe what I'm saying, test the water. Test it. Test that water. Listen, they want to shut me up very badly. I, like a jackass, and I've been told this, you choose the wrong fight. You gotta fix yourself nice. You gotta do like the rest of them. You gotta take a couple million and go. You gotta land London town, France. These people children living nice, you know. Watch now. Nice. They living in places where they have so much trini money in the bank account. Them ain't pulling out black card, you know. Them ain't pulling out platinum card, you know. Them don't need card. Them signing at the door. It is almost too late. It is almost too late. Almost too late. It come in. It come in all you see that? You see that hold your head and ball position? They have a thing in the airline industry. The reason they tell you to put your head between your knees if you're going to crash is that is the closest position to be able to kiss your own ass goodbye. It come in. It come in. You hear it? You hear that sound? That is the sound of inevitability. Because you're in your area tonight and you're bad. Anybody come in my area getting killed, now all they're talking. That's how they're talking, like you own and control anything. And they're using your long, let them kill one another and a man. Get them gun. Get them gun. A man from the other side tell me today that they're glad that this man is the one that firing all the ones that vote for he and look like he. Because them couldn't do it in a war. So why it is Rowley push Kamala out to come and fire all the people, PNM voters in Petrochin Wasat STT. You know what it means? They don't care anymore. The politics done. When they send little Chinese stunter, Stuart Young, it's not to talk with you. It's to put you in your blasted place. Shut up! It's to put you in your place. Hush! You see who talking at you? You see them? Or they're waiting until it's too late. And when too late is the cry. Like them people, Wendy Rajak. What about South? Where was South? Progressive Empowerment Party will be 2 years old in January. And we've had 5 public meetings in South. Were you there? Wendy, were you there clamoring for a better life for South? Because if you and all the people who up to their knees, waist or neck in water tonight wasn't, all you choose that. All you choose that. And it is impossible for us to take our flimsy resources that we put in together ourselves and our members and building something of substance and come every time the shit hits the fan somewhere in this country, like we is the white knights. There is a government for that. And if all you're not writing there, don't check me. A man called me today and tell me they have a man cooking a hog head on the pavement in front of his business, in the street and on the pavement. And he called the police. And the police said that is a regional corporation work. And they call the regional corporation and they say, what the hell he talking about? Like the police work. Both of them tell him, basically, you're on your own. You on your own. You know what South find out? You see, what went on in Greenville and all them places, the last piece of heart Trinidad had. Trinidad have no more. All empathy and compassion done. Because we realize we've been played. We've been played. Kid Rowley, Stuart Young, Faris and Rowley said, don't let this be politics. And when you find out, it's a PNM Minister of Agriculture who give himself Caroni lands, shut down Caroni, and give himself Caroni lands and sell 700 houses in a flood basin to Keith Rowley as Minister of Housing. Son of a bitch knew what he was doing. He and the Minister of Planning. Who you think that was? The Minister of Weave, Camille Robinson Regis. This conspiracy against this country. The last time the PNM was in office, the 1% fixed themselves nice. And they come in with what they fixed themselves with now to bust your throat. The only things that you have left is your vote. Not even your labor and your consumption is yours anymore. Because your choices come down to work or starve. Eat or starve. They take away even your choice. Even that gone. All you think, all you know, all you stand up there and talk shit. Red and ready, yellow and unsteady. Watch we, look we. God, wave it. Wave and carry on. Kill Kitty in the road. Where you get for it? You take a $500 and a cell phone to cut your own throat and your family. Where are you now? Where are we now? I am angry. And when I am angry, I speak as plain as I could be, because they have no other politician in this country willing to give you the unvarnished truth. And it is this, that the people you have voted for are not serving you. You have not voted for your leaders. You have not voted for public servants. You are the sheep who voted for the butcher. And it is time for throats to cut. When they tell you, and you see who they're sending it? You see who they're sending? They're making the same mistake with Espinay. They're sending no more pink skin. They will make sure that the people who come to swing the sword looking just like you. So you're confused to the very end, but bro, we used to play all fours when we was in Standard 5. All the songs and all the wrongs and everybody who came and told you. Yes, I was in Movietown, Andrew Heacham. You could have come up and say hello. All of you who ignored, you ignore it. You ignore it. Let me show you what you ignore. Let me show you what you ignore. Take this in your gallery, in your craw. You had a choke on this, you know, Trinidad. We had a choke on this shit. This is not now. In 1986, they tell we about the Scott Drug Report. They tell we what going on in the country. We ain't care. We better than them. We have the right to be lazy. We have the right to don't give a shit. We have the right to expect that if they sell we a house in a floodplain, they will come and clean up for we after. And all ignore. Keep ignoring. Look why you ignore. And yes, Avex.
I visited Parliament Chamber, witness an orchestra, a bang, bang, bang of only politicians. Rated their performance and style, talent and endurance. A bang, bang, bang of parliamentarians.
Politics that encourage hate,
Making good
folks discriminate,
bridges replaced by gates. Nurturing racism.
Tell them again, man, Kurt. Tell them, man, you're a crystal ball. This song 15 years old.
It's a bang, bang, bang
This
of parliamentarians. Politics that encourage hate, making good folks discriminate, bridges replaced by gates. Nurturing racism, prejudice and tribalism, multiculturalism, Mamadism from.
Not we party not in that, and miss me with your bullshit.
UNC and the BNN,
Because one paying Marcia Brave Boy and the other one paying Rhoda Barrett, you think they're different? Because one paying Inchan Ishmael, the next one paying Rocky Garcia, you think they're different? Bag of money politics, they're sending people inside your community, talking to you like you think they know what they're talking about, and they're selling your dreams that turn out to be what? Nightmares. Wake up to it now.
Symphony, it's a symphony. The TOP, MSJ, and JC, and D. Political symphony, it's a symphony. Stop taking it cool. Don't be played for a fool. They're using race as a tool to divide, conquer, and rule. Just give them a pull. The race can they always pull. Off the road, off the road, off the road.
And you're saying what? My party not in that. We party not in that. Ask Kamala. How a $50,000 drain was $3 million, $4 million, $5 million contracts. Find out who Arvin Kalu and Calco is. Find out what their position was the day before election 2010 when Kamala come to power. Find out where Kalu was and find out where Ish and Steve was before Pandey come to office. The Northern Construction that get every contract under Pandey had two Baku, Calco, Denima one. Or they get played for fools and they're outside they say, not we parties, only PNM. Miss me with your bullshit. Or they don't realize it is a tag team. It is a relay. It is a lesser evil and you keep voting for friggin' evil. Huh? And yes, I vex. And I'll tell you why I vex, eh? This is why I vex. I vex because I don't like to waste time. I like to waste life. I have put a lot of my effort into waking the people of this country up. A lot have awoken. A lot. Enough? I don't know. I am not in a position to say. We got a massive turnout in Barataria on Saturday, but that is joke to what should be there. In a country where the people are being led to the slaughter. Are we just beyond the ability? Am I talking to people that cannot speak at this level? Am I doing that? Am I speaking to people who cannot understand? And the 1% laughing? Philip, you're fighting for the wrong people, Philip. That's how they is. Them don't know better, them don't want better, them just want money in their pocket, a wine and a bouncy and drink. Philip, what you doing, Phil? Come over, the man. Come over. Going to a court tomorrow to fight for my right to speak up for people who don't want to speak up for themselves. When you go to learn to become a lifeguard, one of the first skills they teach you is how to knock somebody out. Because when you go to help somebody who drowning, if you don't knock that person out, they could drown you. I don't want to be in the knockout people business. Hear how long they telling all you. Feel shame now, man. At least feel shame.
From the Trinidad location,
at least have the integrity to feel shame that people have been telling you this. This is 1980, 1986. Have the decency to at least feel shame.
the Trinidad, I love the liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea. With an old captain named Eric Williams. Oh yes, it's smooth and free. But sadly, Eric Williams passed away. The ship hit rough water that day. Someone turned the bridge over to a captain named Chambers. My blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I sail a wall.
Captain, this ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough.
Oh yes,
The gas tank almost empty, no electricity, the oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know.
we don't know.
Captain, you tell me what to do. And Kid Rowley put on a captain hat and run at this. Listen, man. Hear how long they telling you now, man.
Whoa, whoa.
Hear how long they telling you. Have the decency to feel shame.
We are good soul, we're free.
1977.
Neighbor, look, if I was a selfish man, I wouldn't be involved in this election. I don't know already. You pay too much for butter. You're behaving like a moron, cussing me for where I've gone, but you fight the hand of water. You pay too much for butter. Take your steel beam and go.
1980. You pipe a hand of water. You're paying too much for butter. You're cussing Sparrow from where he come from, because you're red and ready, or you're yellow and unsteady. Dave Locke's telling me about Gypsy was in town too. Yeah, I know Gypsy ended up in the UNC, but I watch plenty people try all how to fix this country. Listen, it is what it is. But the facts are trying to prove to Trinidad and Tobago tonight is that the people have been ringing this alarm for too long. For far too long, for this to be our story. So if it going and sink, at least have the decency to say, we choose this, we vote for that.
The terrible school system is such a bloody problem.
The terrible school system is such a bloody problem. 38 years ago, the same school system that failing 7,000 children every year, 7,000. 16-year-olds coming out into the country with no hope. You need 3 pass to pack a dinner box in KFC. You need 3 pass to swing a bat off Amalgamated Security. You come out with nothing and you fail out the system. Where you going?
Agriculture in a state.
Agriculture in a state 38 years ago.
It is inadequate. Take a steel beam and go. The northern and southern idol, the two kingpins are bubble, we know.
The North and Southern idols, the two kingpin of bubble, PNM and UNC, we know.
We like it so.
We like it so. We free.
All you who know all that history, who all on the thread answering everything that say, all you two stand up and say what you do. Tell me what you do. I want you to hear that whole chorus again.
The many problems we all face from dawn to dawn.
Listen to this again.
You're intelligent, I think, and you should face issue. But you're behaving like a moron.
Behaving like a moron.
Cussing me for where I'm born, but
Cussing me for where I'm born. Listen, this was the mighty Sparrow. He said at the start of this song, he had no business getting in politics. Neighbor, I had no business in this shit. I feel that way every day.
pipe and hand of water.
Pipe and hand of water. I pay too much for butter.
The
Terrible school system is such a problem.
Agriculture's in a state.
Planning is inadequate.
The northern and southern idol, the two kingpin of bubble. We know, we like it so.
We like it so.
One see them. I fighting for more of a Bitam Lavatel and Silots. Go there tonight. Think anything but a PNM could win. And they will tell you that they have a reason, a justification for the bullshit that they're doing. Come up in Diego Martin and see now, man. Come and see in Rowley area. Come and see what Bagatelle, Sanganga, Rich Plain, Abuja, Big Yard, Scorpion. I Rowley Charon.
That's wrong, he gon' put it right. Georgie Porgy tell me the other night. So instead of displaying impatience, cool yourself and give the fella a chance.
1980, 90, 2000, 2010, 2018. We're in the end. This is 39 years old. 39 years ago.
How the hell you could say, oh, and I go do better. Bet we send you back Grenada in a drum.
Only thing Narcos is the first place that nobody putting people in acid and sealing them in drum. 39 years ago.
We and Georgie going to put it right together. We have freeness and freedom. Plenty roti, plenty rum. Hospitals have no linen. This brown paper they're using.
Hospitals have no linen. It's brown paper they're using. 39 years ago. At $5 billion a year for Ministry of Health alone. That is $200 No. Yeah, $200 billion. $200 billion later. $200,000 million later. That is enough money to buy St. Kitts, Nevis, Guadeloupe, Grenada, cash.
Public transportation is an abomination.
No, it's not. Public transportation is a way for friends to make money supplying bus. You bring a brand of bus this year that we have no parts for. So all the parts in the warehouse had to throw away. And when we buy the new 50 bus that your friend bring, we had to buy parts for them bus too. And when the next party come in power, them bus going and change again, back to the first kind. Guess what they had to do?
Well, food, clothes, and rent is proof. Cost of living gone through the roof. Take a steel beam and go.
When he wrote this song, a chicken and chips was $5.99.
Classified information for personal gain is common, we know.
Stuart Young put Devon Mirage IP address in the public space. Tell them we better than all you. Classified information for personal gain, political misbehavior in public office.
We like it so.
And if I only had Rachel Price grinding with Ian Alleyne on this video right now, 10,000 views. This too much information, boy Philip. Pearls before swine. This is a nation not interested in saving itself. What we want? We want bullshit. When we want it right now, soft and runny. You get your contract, you get your brief, you're linked up, you're connected. I'll never forget when Kirkway tell me, boy Phil, you're bright. Learn how to get connections. Wendell Black Sandy Black just wrote on my wall, I disagree. Partner, you better have something to follow that with. 38 years ago.
You need psychiatry again.
38 years, huh?
To be in them bourgeois people motorcade.
To be in them bourgeois people motorcade. Hearing what he's talking about, 1%. 39 years ago.
Me afraid to tell you straight to your face. You back in a jackass in a horse race. Georgie say, oh, you ain't getting one damn seat. Oh, and I'll come out to mama guy. And Bokassa say, oh, all you going to feel the heat. The penalty to oppose is high. That's political suicide. We have no house, so we squat, living with cockroach and rat.
We have no house, so we squat, living with cockroach and rat. You see, HDC is for Rahal. HDC is for Rahal and friends of the HDC at the time. Whoever was Munilal partner, whoever was Rowley partner, Rowley was the Minister of Housing. HDC work is to build houses that are worth $100,000, but to finance finances for $1 million to play one for you, one for me. It is bandits and criminals you are voted into office every single time. I know with an absolute sense of certainty that I am the last voice. I know I follow a long line. When we bury Lincoln Myers, it breaks my heart that man sit down for 40 days on the Hall of Justice steps, begging for transparency and accountability in public office. Jackasses that we are, only ridicule the man, no problem. We like it so.
Take the steel beam and go. The cesspit flowing over, you could catch yellow fever.
Same cesspit that the current mayor Martinez talking about dealing with 39 years ago.
Take the steel beam and go. Soldier in bulldozer, break down me shack in mover.
Soldier in bulldozer, break down me shack in mover, but it ain't breaking down Grand Bazaar. Grand Bazaar could squat and be okay.
Take the steel beam and go. It's plenty sexual favors to be a 10 days worker. We know, but we like it so.
Plenty sexual favors to be a 10 days worker. Look, 39 years ago, listen, I know I know with a certainty in my gut, in my belly, in my soul, in my heart, I know I am the last voice. This is the last play. This is the last rounds on the monopoly board. They're not trying to get themselves contracts anymore. They got in the country. The UNC has been paid off. The PNM is part of the conspiracy. The country is on the chopping block. And the joke is going to be on every single citizen of this country.
I wanna fly, change, fly up to the sky. UNC change up, things rearrange up. This is since they get rid of the past. Let the past be the past. UNC brand new. They're going to tell you. This is since they humble down vanish. The party have no more rubbish. But when I look around, what do I see? Recycled politicians. I see kangaroos like Assam and Ram Logan, hopping from bandwagon to wagon.
Now this song was written in 2009.
And to wagon. So they polish and shine, then fall back in line. But that never teach my mind. Jump high, jump low, whether sun or rain.
I am falling for that again.
It's the same faces, new administration, same faces, now in new position, same faces, with a brand new chief, UNC, the same bunch of scamming thieves. When the airport billions disappear, remember, Rudlal was right there. When the English bank account didn't declare, remember, Warner was right there. But they changed their pants and they changed their skirt, they changed their blouse and they changed their shirt. They even changed the style of their hair, but they had changed their stinking underwear. Change, I said to change. I wanna fly, fly up to the sky. PNM vibrant, sounding triumphant, with Rowley on the platform, everybody acting like norm. PNM ready, they say the ship's steady. No confidence motion aside, the Balize have nothing to hide. But when I look around, what do I see? Yes men politicians, I see the good, the bad and the ugly, going back for re-election. So this way it's the truth and investment in youth, that is what we are told. But now I'm wondering, bold, is it people who easier to control? It's the same faces who support the Rowley plot, same faces who supported you the cut, same faces still in disbelief. Look around, the same bunch of scamming thieves. When Dr. Rowley was tossed in the air, remember, Inbert was right there. When Calda was balancing in full glare, remember, Conrad was right there. But they changed the socks and they changed the shoe. They even changed makeup artists too. They put on perfume smelling like a rose, but they had changed their
Stinking underclothes. Change all of them. You're exchanging one for the other. You're playing lesser evil voting. And what you're voting for? Evil. Right through. You're voting for evil. Right through. Want you to hear? I am not the only voice, but I am the last voice. Everything from here is remember when. We have one last chance. Vote for we and we will set you free. Anywhere you go, somebody chanting to we.
somebody promising job for all, some renting guns to make other people ball, but somebody promising more police car, somebody
Going to take the country far.
somebody putting all the bandits away. He said,
If you do the crime, you're going to damn well pay. Gary wasn't the first one to say it.
but somebody promising a human rights, while somebody threatening to
Put out your lights.
the Montreal full with little Trinidad boys. A police start to win and put an end to the toy. Now they lying call
For
for
the
them.
moral to mourn.
The Nike gone,
The gold teeth
to
gone.
see the
1% bitch who have 50 fake profile all over Facebook attacking Philip Alexander, I want you to understand something, friend. At some point in life, you and I will come to the end of the road. All of the life, the destiny, the universe, all the gods, the 5,000 gods, the old and the new that gave us. At some point, it'll come to an end. And you will have to live with the choices that you made, and I will have to live with mine. And if there is nothing but a void of eternity, darkness, and silence, then it is okay. You win. But if we have to answer for ourselves,
Prabhu Mahatma Gandhi. If you can look as far as I see, within this great land we call TNT, there's birds and bees, rivers and seas, pretty woman bringing man to their knees. Treasures of this blessed land we always neglect like ISO and pan. I find it so strange the way we arrange. Still this nation don't know how to change. To some change it might just mean a new car. Change could mean less than $1. To most change have this nice scent we usually get from the government. You see, change is something we always say, but every time we change things remain the same way. Things keep getting worse and worse, so this is what I propose. Let's change the change for a better nation. Change the change for all foundations. Change the change so that we could say that this nation here came from quite down there. I say change the change within the school systems. Stop changing ministers and change what we teach them. But things won't change despite all we do if change doesn't start with you.
and that's my point. I told you all the joke about the FBI agent who pulled up by the farm with a badge. And he told the farmer, I have the permission to search your farm. We're looking for contraband. The farmer tell him search everywhere, but don't go in the barn. And he pull out the badge again. He say, you see this badge? This badge says I could go anywhere I want. And he went straight in the barn. And he come running out with a 10-ton bull bearing down on him. And he shouting to the farmer for help. And the farmer shout back, show him your badge. To all our live with all your party card. That is for all you. When the wolf reach all your door, pull it out. Say, watch me. Eyes are red and ready. Or eyes are yellow and unsteady. Or worse. This is the best one. For all you who not political. You see the water that coming in your house, eh? Because Rowley say you could talk to the water, you know. Rowley say the water didn't listen and turn a 90-degree bend that it was supposed to turn. And when it didn't listen, it caused a flood. So talk to the water and say, hey, I'm not political, you know. Tell them I'm not political. Go with me. I like it so. Greenville could flood again. We jamming still. We jamming still. We breaks in. Sun or rain. We jamming still. We jamming still. We shutting down Petrotrin and we come for NP. We jamming still. We jamming still. We taking Wassa and TSTT. We jamming still. We jamming still. And when you ask Coleman, Faris and Stewart and Rowley what to do about the ones who making noise. Just hold them and walk them. Just hold them and walk them. Hold them and walk them. Just hold them and walk them. Hold them and walk them. Why not on the head? Hold them and walk them. No, we don't business. We don't business. We don't let the flood win. We don't let the water come. We don't like the no business. We don't like the no business. No, we don't business. No, we don't business. last voice. One of these videos will be the last video. You will be left to Marcia Brave Boy and Inshan Ishmael and Ian Allen and Rhoda Barrett and Rocky Garcia and Stuart Young and Faris Al-Rawi and Rudal Bodilal and Devat Baraj and Anand Ramlogan and Suraj Rambachan and Colm Imbut, and all of them only care about them own pocket. Them only care about what in them bank account. Them only care about their share and their piece of the pie. The rest of all you. Come now, man. Tell them the truth. Tell them what it's about, now, man. Tell them what it's about. Wake them up.
Welcome to the place.
Where all we talk about is race. Race to the rum shop.
Race to the Moscow.
Racing to bed some ways.
There's an island down in the south by the Orinoco Mountain.
Wake them up.
Funk and fire.
Like to sleep.
One place I'm talking about.
Talking about Trinidad.
We have the goods and the bad. Welcome to Trinidad, where
Half the country mad.
talking about TDO.
Bacchanal.
That's the way we flow. Shots will fire, race will rip when we hear a soul coming.
The media don't know about the PEP, but they hear a rumor that Philip take a break. This year, Philip take a break and appoint Felicia Holder to act as the political leader. And the media run that boy. That. All on Hema show. Hema that don't know how to pronounce Philip Alexander since the PNM come into office and she have to serve, she's Sabga master. All of a sudden, Fazir Mohammed bring me on his television show on a Friday morning at 7. I want to tell you how politics and the media works. Any morning at 6 o'clock, that is the top time to get on the live broadcast, to get on the interview. 6 o'clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, irrelevant. After 7, irrelevant. And he put Philip Alexander for 21 and a half minutes on a Friday morning at 7 o'clock. And TV6 get the highest ratings they ever get the past 5 years. You know why? Because the people know that the people want to hear a real voice. The people want to hear the truth. And they have nobody else in the politics speaking the truth. Not Kamala. Kamala could kiss my red ass. Kamala outside there looking for a next chance to ride helicopter, drink alcohol at the people's expense. Keith Rowley is a shit snake, a shit tongue. He's a jackass. He's the worst thing to ever happen to Trinidad and Tobago. That stunting son of a bitch and his entire band of incompetence. Faris, Stuart, Colm, Marlene, you can't trust them further. You can throw them. Each and every single one of them naming all kind of kakada. Tomorrow, Philip Alexander in court fighting for his right to stand up for his country. If this fucking place am mad. A man named Dilwood that I give a name to that he can't find the name since that outside there telling people hold hands, kneel down, close your eyes and sing Kumbaya and that will fix it.
Our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's faith. One use it well before it's too late.
Even your neighbor don't care. I tell you, when Joe Brown are talking to cyclists, all you realize, all you wake up, know what time it is. Know what time it is. Joe Brown was the best chef in the Caribbean. That is our only version of an Iron Chef. They run over and kill that man. The man who killed him ended up in jail. Nobody know. Nobody care. Nobody taking nothing on. You're on your own. You're on your own. When the wolf reach and it grab you by your belly and it grab you by your balls and it holding your child throat and you're choking the window and you're calling for help, your neighbor closing doors. Nobody ain't peeping no more. When you get in hand and cuff and kick and people in a black X-Trail pull up outside your house, people peeping, you think they're dialing 911 or 999? Them watching. And if they only turn to watch them, close that window quick. Nobody checking for anybody. It's done. Or they decide to abdicate your responsibility as citizens in the Republic. Apathy has taken place of democracy. Where are we going? The city, the country, Rome, burning to the ground. The Titanic, we bearing down on that iceberg. The only difference in this analogy, all the passengers and all the crew, we on deck and we watching it come.
If it is that who you're voting, baby, you're not out. When you're voting, vote them wrong. Vote them wrong.
30 years ago.
They prove it to be only full amount. When you're voting, vote them wrong.
Melvin, I want you to hear me. When I say one of these videos will be my last videos, I want to be able to look at my children, look at my parents, look at my family, look at my friends. Don't ever, when I done, if I done, when I walk, when I switch off, don't ever call me, you know. You see the people who every day I wake up 50 WhatsApp, this is my problem, that is my problem. Don't call me. Come out now. It is strength in numbers. The strength of the wolf is the pack. The strength of the pack is the wolf. Do not wait. Do not hold your corner. Do not be politically lazy. Don't not give a shit about everybody. And when the shit reach you, calling me. Don't. When I done, I will be able to say with the saints and the psalmists, I tried. I have been published millions of words. I have had thousands of hours on the radio and the TV. I have put out more live videos, unscripted, political, than anybody in this country and its history. I have created opportunity that has resulted in things being solved. We've shown our capacity and our ability on the ground. We've taken on national issues outside of the government and the opposition. We've demonstrated a real capacity to governance. Trinidad and Tobago knows they're very, very well lucidly clear. But they still chain up and they still twist up in their mind. And you know what? That is cool. That is cool. Sometimes in a dysfunctional relationship, you have to know when to cut it and walk away. And I am saying to Trinidad and Tobago, and I want to tell you, you see, tomorrow, the outcome of that matter is going to be instructive to me if they have any value in this country for people standing up for democracy, for decency, for the rule of law. Tomorrow, I will know. Because all of you who find my number, when the shit hit the fan by you, it shows that you know how to find my number. When we need help, building the platform, building the movement, building the party that you want to rescue you. The strength of the wolf is the pack, but the strength of the pack is the wolf. I am no longer interested in fighting a fool's errand. If this can't go nowhere, I will very publicly stand down. I have no problem with that. I have never been in this to sell my voice or my brand to the UNC or the PNM or to anybody else. All them other little shit snakes like Vasant Bharat and Rocky Garcia had to deal with that with their family and rationalize and justify that they have a difference between one of those two stunting, racist, cancerous cults, the PNM and the UNC, selling your soul for pieces of silver and justifying your actions. I have way more integrity than that. You could say what the ass you like. I have family who vex with me for this. I have stood. I have made myself an example. I have been at risk. I have taken all the victimization, all the death threats, and tomorrow, I'm telling you, I'm vexed tonight. I'm vexed because it shouldn't be so. It shouldn't be so easy for people who doing wrong to use the system to silence people speaking out. Nothing works in Trinidad and Tobago. Nothing. And we will know tomorrow what that means. Because I am saying to Trinidad and Tobago tonight, we the people of this country who own this country, we the people of Trinidad and Tobago need to decide if this, all of it, from 1962 to now, all of it, if it really is good enough, if we really that stupid, if we really that insipid, if we really that easily fooled, if they could fool us into believing that race politics ever help anybody in this country racially, all of the happy Trinbagonians that I know have escaped Trinidad and Tobago. Why is that? All of my friends who have escaped this country, all have gone on to incandescent heights. The seed DNA of a Trinbagonian is a powerful human being, but something break we when we in this country, something does hold we mind. Rafiq Shah had say, like a Kobo piss on this whole nation. He ain't lie. I watched Lloyd Best. Lloyd Best beat the drum, gone to his grave. Lloyd Best and his Tapia House movement, who had so much integrity, even at the end. Michael Harris is the last warrior of the Tapia House movement. And that's the seed of my activism. When it came down to the line and he realized that the NAR was doing the same PNM and UNC bullshit, he stand down, he said, oh, they'll take it. And he cut that road. That is why I had no problem stepping out to the Congress of the People when the Congress of the People joined with the UNC to form the People's Partnership. And it is only that morning when Vernon de Lima went on TV6 with Fazir Mohammed and looked into that camera and said, Madam Prime Minister, as a member of the Congress of the People, I want to tell you, the people did not vote for that. He was the chairman or the deputy chairman at the time. And I called him on the phone. I said, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Yes, Rose, Morgan Job also. We could call the names of all the heroes, of all the people who tried, all these calypsos that I played for you tonight. All of them. All of them. All of them. You cannot let all of this effort, all of this sacrifice be in vain. You can't be such a jackass that you're going to whine for partisan foolishness, knowing that partisan foolishness has led this country and the people astray for the past 56 years, since 1962, when we lowered the Union Jack and raised the red, white, and black. The corruption accelerated. It didn't stop. Eric Williams, may he rot for all of eternity, and every single one of them. Patrick Mervyn, Eustace Manning. I know all of these people have their cult followers, you know. I know all of these people have their fans, but every single person in history, good and bad, had their supporters. Hitler didn't make it to office on his own. Hitler had followers too. Pol Pot, Mugabe, Chavez. They vote Chavez into office. They vote Maduro. They vote for Trump. They vote for Rowley. There is a level of toxic stupidity that leads people astray. I have bet, and tonight, somebody very dear to me, I heard in his voice saying to me, you are wasting your precious life on shit snakes in a cesspool that don't know they're shit snakes and aren't aware that this is a cesspool. Plato's allegory of the cave was written 1,000 years ago. And the cave was Trinidad and Tobago. We all have in the palm of our hands, you see these things? You see these things? This contains all of the combined knowledge known to humanity for all of its history, all of the wisdom of all of the sages and all of the philosophers and all of the religious leaders, and everybody is in this. You could have access to every single scientist, every engineer, every inventor. In your hand is more computing power than the entire world had when we put a man on the moon and detonated an atomic bomb. It's in your hand. And you're taking selfies and watching porn. This tool here, we're supposed to wake up. We're supposed to be able to say, wait now, this is what the rest of the developed world look like. When I tell you that Dubai took oil as gravy, built their profits on shipping, and this stunting jackass take that and went and bring the Chinese here and give them a shipyard to come and bleed the Pitch Lake. I talked to a member of the San Fernando Business Association today. He said, Philip, all the Chinese want from Trinidad and Tobago, all they want from Trinidad and Tobago is the Pitch Lake, because they know what they came to Kamla when they threw the media out of the room. What they wanted to do was to set up waterproofing from the Trinidad and Tobago lake asphalt Pitch Lake and export to the world, because that properly done could bring in more money than oil and gas ever did in our history. The Chinese know, and we keep electing shit snakes to office who looking to leverage and sell our assets and our property, that if you vote a next government into office, you ought to go to war with China to get your Pitch Lake back. This is the game that they played. This is the game that they play. They are gutting it. They are looting it. This is possibly, this 5 years, this is probably the last chance we get to stand up for La Trinity. Listen now. Listen. Hear me now. Plain talk, eh? Wake up, you know. Wake up, you know. All of you who are awake, call your neighbor, text your mother, call your father, tell your children, listen, we have to stand up. We have to stand up. Because if we don't, we go end up like the people in Venezuela. We go be eating rat and dog and cat. And in one day, a cup of coffee will go from $10 to $10,000 to the next day is $1 million in Starbucks. Trinidad and Tobago, wake up and understand where you are. Do not get chained up. Do not get distracted. Do not be fooled. None of what they're saying is true. Use the technology in your hand. Check the rest of the world. Check the world and see how they live. Look at the Nordic and look at the countries, Switzerland, Sweden, Holland, Finland. Look at the standard of living those people have. You want that for yourself. You want it for your children. Look at Europe. Look at Canada. Even the United States of America. You want that for yourself. Trinidad and Tobago is possibly the most blessed nation in the world. We have per capita more raw material, more valuables than any other nation per capita per square foot. Trinidad and Tobago is the most blessed country in the world. And we are sitting back and letting gangs carve it up and feast on it. By the time you all realize, by the time you walk in a Massey store and they're asking you to show them your wheelbarrow and money before they let you through the door, wake up, you know. Wake up. I tell all you to stay safe every night, but I don't know what's the point. I don't know what's the point. I'm going to stop saying stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago, from tonight. From tonight, it is wake up, Trinidad and Tobago. And each and every one of you, whether you share this video or not, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. I am at the point where I am certain in my mind, and you all know I said from the start, I ain't doing this for no job, no office, no easement, no contract, no blue lights, no nothing. I don't have money for it. I was doing this so I know in my heart of hearts, I tried. To whom much is given, much is expected. What you did with your talents, I used them to the best of my ability. 2 decades of my life. I have served and slaved the homeless, the orphans, the disabled. And I have worked as hard as I could to wake the people of this country up to the reality of what is coming. So I could say, when it is over, I tried. I am asking every one of you to wake people up. That is the mission. That is the mission. That is the only mission. If the Progressive Empowerment Party accomplishes one thing, it will wake all the people up. It is time to ignore the stunt artists and to forget the bullshit and wake up and stand up. Inform, educate, and empower. It is time to wake up, Trinidad and Tobago.